Welcome viewers to Clevenard TV in Diaspora. This is a live interview again. Thank you for joining us on this program. We encourage you to always log on to our website, www.clevenard.com. My name is Stella Egele Ijakuse, and with me today is a very important personality. Is by name Mr. Ben Onyeukwu Chimeremeze Anyaibe. He is the chairman of NIDOE Turkey chapter. Sir, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Good evening from Turkey.
It's a pleasure having you here, sir. Please, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I guess at the beginning I told one of your crew members that I don't like talking about myself, but for the purpose of the program, I will say a little bit, and I'm sure you're going to tell me to stop when I start talking about myself. Firstly, I am a father of 3 lovely children, and with a virtuous queen partner, and as their mom. And then I love Nigeria, and I love Nigerians from all walks of life, from all religion, from all region and backgrounds. That's one thing that is central about me. Also, I've lived in Turkey for over 20 years, and I have worked here since then, and I've worked with top government officials, business executives in different corporations. And also, I have contributed a lot. I'm very keen on community service. So that's why I try to be, since the advent of Turkey, NIDOE Turkey, since 2002. I've always, contributed my bit to make it grow. Currently, I manage my own business and education consulting company. And maybe one more thing you may like to know. I'm a prolific writer, and I've just released a novel titled Men Don't Gossip. It is intriguing and fascinating. So maybe if you want to talk about that, I will be willing to talk about it. And okay, maybe lastly, let me add that apart from facilitating investments in Nigeria and also helping some small-scale, medium-scale industries in Nigeria to procure their machinery here, I'm also the management of investment director for Green Lebanon. Green Lebanon is an agricultural NGO that is bringing German agricultural technical know-how to Nigeria. So, and I have 2 other diasporans as my partners. Also, I am the global director of Protect Accent. We are working on getting, inclusion and respect for all accents, because there is a subtle accent discrimination in workplaces in the West, or in fact all over the world, even in Nigeria. So we are campaigning and advocating against all kinds of accent bias and discrimination. So maybe in the course of the interview, if you want to know more about me for now, but I guess those are the things I would like to share about myself.
So you have a very great achievement, and like you said, you have been a foreigner in Turkey over 20 years. So what can you tell us about NIDOE?
Yeah, I mean NIDOE in Turkey. NIDOE in Turkey is very old, and I think NIDOE Turkey was part of the countries that gave support and collaborated with NIDOE Continental at the very beginning. But then along the line, things did not stay dynamic, and there was a period of, if you like, low participation. But just about some couple of years ago, the mantle of leadership fell on me, and then I became the chair of NIDOE Turkey. And yeah, I was handed about less than 20 membership of NIDOE Turkey, but right now we are about 500 members here, and my cabinet and I have managed to galvanize a lot of Nigerian professionals, and then some of the academia. We have in our midst the master and the postgraduate student masters and PhD student and some lecturers and all that in the NIDOE Turkey. So NIDOE Turkey is quite dynamic at the moment, and we are united. Things are quite peaceful compared to what it used to be. So I can categorically say we have a dynamic NIDOE force in Turkey.
Okay, could you please tell us your major achievements as the chairman of NIDOE Turkey chapter over the years?
Okay, where should I start? Okay, maybe firstly, like I mentioned, increasing the membership of NIDOE from less than 20 to 500 is not a small feat. That is one of the things I can say. And then secondly, we had a chronic conflict between NIDOE and the Nigerian community. So, and then myself and my cabinet, we took the initiative to tackle this problem and solve it. Because we realized we are one family, the same place, and there was no need to fight and quarrel with each other. We should rather work together as brothers and sisters, and that's the approach we used. And right now, as I'm talking to you, not only solving the problem, we have a period of collaborations with the cabinet of the Nigerian community leadership in certain areas. And then apart from that, also we are working very closely to build capacity. I think that is one of our watchword here. I discovered that sometimes in NIDOE people just come and talk, but we are more into capacity building of our members. And in that direction, we have held a lot of workshops, seminars, conferences, invited professors and experts in different fields to equip our people and help them improve in capacity building. So, and then another thing I would like to say is that, like during the pandemic, NIDOE Turkey was able to reach out to those who were in dire needs. So it wasn't like widespread, but we did our bit, and we contributed a lot in facilitating the evacuation trips for those who wanted to leave here to Nigeria. So those are part of some of the achievement. And lastly, I think it's worth mentioning that we have very good cordial relationship with His Excellency, the Nigerian ambassador to Turkey, Ambassador Yusuf Ismail, and with his staff as well. So we work, when we want something from them, they respond quite actively, but it's not like saying that everything is rosy and they're responding to everything. But so far, I think compared to other what I hear happening in other places, the relationship is cordial. So, yeah, these are part of things I would consider as an achievement. This under my tenure as the chair of NIDOE.
Okay, talking about having some problems between the Nigeria community and NIDOE, what can you say are some of your biggest challenges you have faced in NIDOE Turkey chapter?
All right. Talking about challenges. Yeah, one of the biggest challenge we have here, or one of the biggest challenges rather, we have here is my members earn Turkish lira. So you may wonder, how is that a challenge? The Turkish lira has lost quite a huge amount of value. I mean, and as a matter of policy, if you work here, you have to be paid in Turkish lira. And for a diasporan, maybe 40% of your spending is in your host country, and 60% is outside here, most probably home to Nigeria. So by the time you exchange the remuneration or salary to dollars or euros, you are left with very little. And so that has affected, even though we have a lot of willing Nigerians who want to impact the home country or do certain things. So it's quite a big challenge to, getting things that require huge funding done. So another challenge I can say that we have is, we here in Turkey also the NIDOE community is made up of mostly academicians, which is really good. Yeah, but in terms of businesses, we have very few people who are into real time business. So, but we have quite a good number of companies that are also working vigorously to impact the home country. So that these are, some of the things that are, I see as challenges. And then lastly is the Nigerian factor. I don't know if you know what that means. Some Nigerians are used to being on the sideline and watching until something big happens. So we have this kind of problem as well. So I said we are almost about 500 membership. So not all of them are financially active, and some of them are waiting to see some huge achievement or huge things happen before they can be committed to contributing their bits to the organization. And that is what we're working on doing to make it happen, to attract this kind of fellows. But then it's a Nigerian factor. People just like to be on the sideline and just watch. So we have that problem here as well.
All right, at this moment, we'll be going on a very short break. And when we come back, we'll be looking at what Nigeria Living in Diaspora Turkey chapter is doing to mobilize and execute program that will complement national value. Don't go away, do stay with us.
Clevenard in Diaspora Television is an internet online TV service. What sets us apart is a unique combination of hit African content, first and exclusive international free movies, series, musics, news, events, documentaries, tourism, teleshopping shows, youth TV programs, and live interviews. Clevenard Diaspora Television is available throughout sub-Saharan Africa and to the diaspora markets worldwide. Take your entertainment with you wherever you go. Watch on your smartphone, tablet, laptop, smart TV, depending on your device, watch free movies with Clevenard Movies Television. Stop searching for free movies websites and watch Clevenard Movies Television. Watch your favorite African shows anywhere at any time. Don't forget to check out our top 5 TV channels created to get you informed. TV1, Clevenard in Diaspora Television. TV2, Clevenard Youth Television. TV3, Clevenard Movies Television. TV4, Clevenard Teleshopping Television. TV5, Clevenard Tourism Television. To start watching, sign up at www.clevenard.com and follow the easy steps. Once you're done, log into the Clevenard website or app on your device, click on any one of our 5 TV channels, and hit play. We will be very satisfied and happy to welcome you to our team as one of our new business partners. Contact info@clevenard.com +34 631 279811. Website www.clevenard.com.
Welcome back to Clevenard TV in Diaspora. We're on a live interview with the chairman of Nigeria Living in Diaspora Turkey chapter. He's by name Mr. Ben Onyeukwu Chimeremeze Anyaibe. Sir, you're welcome back.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
So, as the chairman of Nigeria Living in Diaspora Turkey chapter, what are you doing to mobilize and execute programs that will complement national values?
We're doing quite a number of things in that direction. By profession, like I said, I'm a business consultant, and also we're leveraging on the strength of the chapter to sign some kind of MOU with quite a number of Turkish business organs. And most of these business organs are made up of investors and also business people, leading companies that want to extend their business reach to Africa. So we are also capitalizing on that and engaging some of them. And then the idea is to encourage them to invest in Nigeria, as well as also, reaching out and sharing technical know-how and passing technical skill with Nigerians, which is one of the main reasons Turkey is quite a very attractive place to collaborate when it comes to nation building, small, medium-scale industries growth. So there's quite a huge advancement when it comes to Turkey, and one of the biggest advantages here is that they are willing to, pass the technical know-how with, their partners in Africa, in this case, in Nigeria. So we are, cashing in on that opportunity and making good of it. So by the grace of God, very soon, we'll be leading some companies to establish in Nigeria. And also, when this happens, it's going to create employment, and also it's going to help our people to, improve in their own technical know-how by learning or working with these types of companies. Along that line as well, another thing we're doing is to, as part of the agreement, is to create opportunity for our Nigerian students here to, do their internship training with these companies. And that is a huge relief, because sometimes being Black or being, student from a low background family, you don't know where to go. So, but with NIDOE as an organization with some measure of authority and goodwill, So we are cashing in on that to get these companies to commit to accepting Nigerian students to do their internship in their companies. And then this also extends to providing opportunity for employment for our qualified citizens. So whether it is in Nigeria they're going to, or in any other country in Africa. So we have a cordial relationship to get them fixed, in different jobs in working with these companies. So that's one. But this is maybe not solely connected to NIDOE, but like I mentioned, we are working on a revolutionary agricultural program, bringing German, German technical skills in farming for all kinds of vegetable. It's between German and Portugal to Nigeria. Let me just give you one good example. The companies we have signed agreements with, we formed a consortium with German experts. For example, in Nigeria now, one vegetable like onion, we produce about 5,000 per hectare, but in Germany is about 28 to 30,000 per hectare. So by the time we succeed in transferring this technology and skills to Nigeria, so we are talking about Nigeria being capable of producing so much within a small space. And that will not only provide food security, but also make Nigeria capable of exporting different kinds of produce, as well as crops to the west and other parts of the world.
Hello there. Looking for an African movie? Search no further. Clevenard African Movies TV is here for you. We are dedicated to the acceleration of African films, TV series, documentaries, and lots more. Explore our movies at home or on the go. Clevenard Movies is free to watch on Clevenard.com. Don't miss this opportunity. Hurry now. Sign up and subscribe today.
We are on a live interview with Mr. Ben Onyeukwu Chimeremeze Anyaibe. He's the chairman of Nigeria Living in Diaspora Turkey chapter. So what are the major projects you are currently embarking on and the future ones you are planning to accomplish?
All right, thank you very much for that question. Just to help you out for the viewers who may wonder, the name is Ben Onyeukwu Chimeremeze Anyaibe. Just helping my sister out to pronounce it quite well. So another thing we are looking at doing in the future is we are launching a monthly bulletin here that will highlight some of the developments between Turkey and Nigeria. There are so many Turkish companies moving to Nigeria to establish their businesses. And there are a lot of also deals between Nigeria and Turkey. I mean, billion-dollar deals. And so we want to highlight some of these developments because there are people they can benefit. Like when people know there are companies coming to Nigeria to establish, it will help to galvanize the right people to work with these companies, as well as with NIDOE Turkey here involved. It means that all the necessary laws are going to be obeyed. So, and also to highlight the possibility of creating more awareness of the benefits Nigerians can get from Turkey, especially in their booming, industrial free zones where they have a lot of technical capacity. Another major thing we are planning to do is to launch what we call a Nigerian Day. Nigerian Day is going to feature like Nigerian cultural heritage, music, food, fashion, and just name it. So we want to make it in a way that is going to be quite loud and impactful, and just not only to introduce the range of Nigerian products or cultural values and cultural identity, but also to use that to establish some kind of collaborations between Nigeria and Turkey. And people tend to be quite too forward about the negative image of a few people who happen to be from Nigeria. We want to use this Nigeria Day to highlight, a lot of positive side of Nigeria, as well as some of the things that people can borrow, learn or get blessed by coming from Nigeria. So this Nigeria Day cultural event is going to be done in such a way. We will use it to promote our artists, comedians, and other, talented people like cultural dances and all that, and then fashion designers as well. So maybe another thing which I would like to mention is I mentioned the project earlier about the cultural project. So this is coming very soon to Nigeria, and we're looking forward to a government that will support this kind of move. So it's going to make Nigeria be in the center of feeding not only Nigerians but the whole of Africa and even the West, because our consortium includes processing and standardizing our produce to the level that it can sell in the West and Europe. So these are some of the things on the pipeline which we are working on. Yeah, like I said earlier, the major challenge facing my chapter is that we don't earn euros, so we earn Turkish lira, and no matter how much we're willing to, go big in Nigeria, because of the devaluation in the Turkish lira, it does affect our capacity to fund some of the things we want to do. So, and this is widespread. So, except few of us, like people like me, who are into maybe businesses that bring in foreign currencies and stuff. So apart from that, it's a huge challenge to the things the Chapter 1 wants to do. So another thing I mentioned was, I would like to point out is, the fact that we have the Nigerian factor affecting our chapter, which is many Nigerians are just used to, sitting or standing by the sideline and watching to see things go well and things succeed, and then before they can come in and get involved. So we are about 500 people in the WhatsApp groups. The active membership is less than 200. And then the financial members are far, far less than 100. So the main problem is that some of them are watching. When they have problem, they reach out to to me or to the cabinet to help. But apart from when they are not in trouble or they're watching to see us make it big, before they can join. And that's what we're trying to do. That's why we are focused on capacity building. So, but it's a challenge to bring everybody on board and make everybody contribute, seriously and, 100%. But in terms of talent, capacity, we have them here in engineering, in medicine, in social skills, if it comes to agriculture. So there are many qualified Nigerians in these different fields, even in town planning or nation building. So we have people in politics, in administration, and so on and so forth. So but then we're looking forward to a time when everybody will come on board and bring in their skills for the betterment of the country. All right, on this question, actually, the relationship between NIDOE Turkey and the NIDOE Continental is very cordial. There are no frictions. We have a very, very good relationship, and we are doing our best to support the NIDOE Continental. But in terms of changes, yes. Some of the major changes I would like to see is, in my own opinion and observation, there are a lot of class sentiment, sometimes tribal sentiment, and bickerings between individuals and chapters, and that seemed to take the center stage of most of the things we discuss or talk about under within the continental BOT meetings and all that. I would like to see more of capacity building. I would like to see more of goal-oriented projects like constitutional reforms. Being championed by the continental NIDOE Europe. So instead of coming together and talking about individuals and talking about problems, I want us to focus on goal-oriented kind of programs where we will contribute to constitutional reforms, capacity building, both among ourselves and for Nigerians residing in Nigeria. So these are the things I would like to see more, so that when we come together, it will be real substantial topics and subjects that we'll be focusing on. So that's what I may say on that aspect.
So in conclusion today, what advice do you have for the Nigerian government?
All right. Nigerian governments. That's there are so many things I might say to the Nigerian government. Nigerian government seems for a long time to be working to protect the interest of people in government, with very little focus on the populace itself. I think Nigerian government should repent. I'm a Christian, so maybe that's why I'm using that word. They should repent. They have woefully failed the Nigerian populace. Most of the efforts, most of the reforms has nothing to improving lives. I mean, I remember there are roads called federal roads. For over 20 years, those roads are like death traps, and we have a government. So at the moment, everybody knows security is an issue, education is an issue. So I want a more people-focused policies and spending. The government maintenance of administration is bigger than things that will help the country move forward. So apart from that, also most of the Nigerians in the diaspora, our hearts are at home. but there are no policies to integrate the Nigerians in diaspora. There are no systems to accommodate, some of the things we have to contribute to the country. So I think the government will not just set up NIDCOM commission and think they have done what they need to do. So more needs to be done in order to integrate the skills we've acquired outside Nigeria, to absorb it and provide that kind of enabling ground for diasporas to contribute meaningfully to the country. So partly these are what I'm going to tell them. But lastly, but very importantly, please, Nigerian government, give us a fair and free election in 2023. If you can do that, whoever we elect, I believe, will help to make things better.
So thank you very much. I hope we have not bothered you with too many questions today. And before we leave, I want to know if you have any more information for us.
Maybe to conclude, I did mention one of my latest contributions to awareness creation. So many Nigerians want to, fly abroad and abandon Nigeria. Some of us here want a time when we can come back. But anyway, I've just written a novel entitled Men Don't Gossip. It's just a tale of the life of diasporans from different countries, and including Nigerians, and especially from African origin. It is entertaining in nature, but it is full of morals. It is full of information. It's full of revelations. Something that can not only make every Nigerian, every Black, to feel proud of their heritage, but as well to tell them that all that glitters is not gold. There are things we pass through here. We endure them, we condone them. It's not like we are so proud of, continuing with them. So maybe that book will highlight some of the things, that go on in terms of experience, exposure among diasporans. So I encourage you. At the moment, my novel is on Amazon. You can get a copy. It will represent anything I can say here, but while reading the novel, you can learn a lot, and you can get some perspective from the eye of a diasporan of, how life is out there and how challenging it can be. Maybe that's one of the things. And I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here. I have hosted 4 Nigerian presidents in Turkey. But I said 3.5 because our current president came here and didn't want to see the diaspora, and I didn't know why. So I hope some people, some of us were at the event when he came here, but there was no meeting with the diaspora. But the previous presidents, we were, privileged to host them. And so I would like to say on that note, I'm happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to, Clevenard growing and getting better. And, if there is anything we can do together, you have my support.
In the 21st century's technological advancement, we all seek opportunities to move and network with the emerging space. Introducing Clevenard blog and event posting. Do you think you have some interesting materials, good content, articles, and stories? Then feel free to publish them on Clevenard blog and events page, just as team of our writers are doing presently. By blogging on Clevenard's blogs and events, you benefit from our reach and network. There are a constant stream of people visiting our social platform, and we have figured out just how to distribute our contents. This means you can basically skip the line and get access to a big audience from day one. Furthermore, we can help you get in touch with important people for projects with possibilities of translating your content into other languages and republishing them on Clevenard. This helps preserve and protect your content from getting lost. What's more, you also get to be part of our team with access to our network and lots of exclusives, behind-the-scenes information. And of course, you get full credit for everything you do, which brings you popularity and make extra income. Sign up now on Clevenard.com and start blogging to your advantage. Please see the tutorial video on how to blog or post events on Clevenard Blogs and Events. For more information, contact info@clevenard.com +34 631 279811. Website www.clevenard.com. Clevenard, your blogs, your identity.
All right, viewers. With this, we've come to the end of today's live interview on Clevenard TV. And our wonderful guest today has been Mr. Ben Onyeukwu Chimeremeze Anyaibe. He's the chairman of Nigeria Living in Diaspora Europe Turkey chapter. Sir, we appreciate your presence here with us today.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
We hope to have you back on our live program on Clevenard TV.
Thank you very much. So it is İyi akşamlar, as we say here in Turkey, which means good evening from me, Ben Onyeukwu Chimeremeze Anyaibe, NIDOE Chair, Turkey. Thank you for having me, and have a wonderful evening.